Hello, everyone, and happy Mother's Day to all the moms around the world. It's Mother's Day this weekend, and today it is all about feeding, watering, and repeat. This is a time where in my zone 9B in California, it gets really hot, and right now today we're going to hit 94. So we have a mock summer right now, early summer, that already has approached us. And so this is the time where our fruit trees and vegetables are really, really hungry, guys. So I want to show you what I use, just the basics, and why it's important to make sure you water properly in the garden. Let's go. Well, everyone, it's time to go ahead and start watering and feeding the garden. This is for us, Zone 9B, California, is a important, crucial time because today we are hitting 94 degrees. Now it's early morning, the sun is up, it's shining. I got my hat on because it's hot, and I'm trying to, keep myself cool a little bit. But with that being said, first thing I want to do is actually start the process of feeding my garden and food forest, as my wife's call it. And where I'm going to start is actually at the fruit trees. But I want to talk about what you should uh, feed your garden. Now, there's many ways of feeding your garden. Now, number one is compost. If you don't want to use it, I've been saying this for quite a while now in our videos. But if you don't want to use your slow release granular fertilizers, you can use straight compost in your garden as a mulch, as a or just compost, and then adding your wood chips or patio bark or whatever you want to use. That's fine. But compost is the way to go when you don't want to use a granular fertilizer, whether it's organic or not. Now, there are different types of compost. We have our chicken manure compost, which I have today, and you can get it in bulk or you can get it in the bag or from your neighbor if you don't do it yourself. Then you have your stir manure compost, same method, same ideal thing. You also have horse manure compost, okay, sheep compost. There are so many manure compost, and there's I would even say earthworm castings is also compost, but that would be a debate for a lot of people. They'll probably be like, you crazy, but when you think about it, they do the same thing. Okay, now uh, then you also have your fungi compost, which is your mushroom compost. Then, if you don't want to purchase it that way, and you want to do it in a simplified way, you can just take your food scraps, right? And I'm gonna show you in another video on how I actually do this, but I'm gonna talk about it right now. It's basically, if you're a juicer, a person that juices. I've been doing this for several years now, off and on. Where when I juice, I take that parade uh, uh, fibers and whatnot that's basically not usable, and I will trench compost and basically take that food scraps, put it in that hole, and put the remaining soil back on top, and it will basically feed the worms, and then we'll have earthworm castings and whatnot. Still a feeding process. Okay, now what I use is today we're gonna be using chicken manure compost. There, let's get started. Very easy because I have wood chips and whatnot. I've already removed some of the wood chips. Now it's just time for me to add my compost and my slow granular feed. just a little bit. And I'm only using a little bit because I don't give my fruit trees a lot of ground slurry fertilizer because I don't want them to rely on it a lot. But the most important thing is compost for me. Now, just a little bit. I'm gonna slowly scratch it in. That becomes when you see it here. Looks like, yeah, it's okay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so you saw me do some of the citrus. I'm not finished yet. I still have more to do for all our fruit trees, and I did the cinnamon rose and plum. So now I'm going to head to the pomegranate and the apple at the same time, do both at the same time. And for those who are wondering what I'm using for my ground fertilizer, I'm using the all-purpose inorganics 333 with the 6 macronutrients fertilizer. With this ground flow release fertilizer, you all, not only I could use it as a slow release fertilizer, but I also can use it as a fertilizer tea. That's my number one as for using their product. But since I don't use any other brand at this time, I'm just going to use a slow release fertilizer for now, and then add my additional of azomite and mycorrhizae, which it also has in this product. But because it's I had it for a long time, I want to get rid of it. So I'm going to use some more of that, and then we're also using chicken manure compost as an amendment. So I'm just repeating of what I just did so that you can understand what I'm using. And so I'm about to kill 2 birds in 1 stone. And I have almost a cup and a half, about a cup and a half, guys, that I'm using for both. Be sharing. And be mindful, try not to breathe it in, even though it's organic. Be careful. Okay, that's it. And so this is my mix of azomite, mycorrhizae, and oyster meal that I've been using for like 5 years, and almost 5 years in this container. It's about 4 years, y'all. And I'm just using this, even though it has the same ingredient as the all-purpose fertilizer. I'm just using this to get rid of it because I had it for a long time. So I already added this into this bucket here. We'll scratch it in first. Be careful of the feeder roots. Now it is time to water this pomegranate in. I already got my water going. That's what she wrote. Let this go away for 4 to 5 minutes. She's done. And then do the same thing for the little NJCali apple, which has some apples on it this year. You can't see it right now, but it does have apples.